Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in to Brent Gould Field. It is a non-league matchup tonight between the Liberal BeeJays and your Dodge City A's. A big crowd on hand as it is the annual 4th of July game for the Liberal BeeJays, a game that is surrounded in tradition. A game that the crowds always come out for, especially for the fireworks show to follow after the end of the game tonight. So that sets the stage for tonight's matchup. It is the A's and BeeJays. Again, this one is a non-league matchup. While they're doing starting lineups, let's go ahead and take a look around the league. The Liberal BeeJays leading the league at 13-1, followed by the Hayes-Larks at 12-3. The Game Day Angels at 10-7, Cougars at 9-10. Your A's come in at 7-8 in 5th place. The Colorado Springs Outlaws at 7-12, the Rough Riders at 4-12, and the Foxes at 4-13. That is a look around the league standings as they are at this time. The A's come into tonight's matchup 10-13 overall, and the BeeJays are 16-4 overall. So that is tonight's teams. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineups as they are finishing those as well. Starting for the Liberal BeeJays, leading off, left fielder, number 2, Gavin Brzezowski. Batting second. Shortstop, number 15, Keaton Grady. Batting third. Third baseman, number 11, Tice Armstrong. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 43, Zach York. Batting fifth, catcher, number 5, Hudson Polk. Batting sixth, second baseman, number 1, Caden Hensley. Batting seventh, first baseman, number 16, Ethan Frey. Batting 8th, center fielder, number 7, Cooper Hext. And rounding out the lineup for the BeeJays is the right fielder, number 20, Jack Arthur. Starting pitcher is number 17, Sean Brady. Take a look at the starting lineup now for your Dodge City A's. Leading off is left fielder, number 3, Matthew Sandoval. Batting second, second baseman, number 7, Tyler Toby. Batting third, first baseman, number 34, Artie Ramirez. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 8, Jacob Klanowski. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 2, Andrew Ramirez. Batting sixth, center fielder, number 30, Menelik Israel. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 22, Kyle Morrell. Batting eighth is the catcher, number 18, Alex Cummings. And rounding out the lineup is shortstop, number 23, Brock Denbo. Starting pitcher for the A's is Ethan Batista. We are going to take a step aside as we honor America with the national anthem. We'll be back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Warm-up pitches are occurring. Welcome back into Brent Gould Field, home of the Liberal BeeJays and also the Seward County Community College Saints. Today's matchup, a non-league matchup between the A's and BeeJays. And it is the A's trailing to the BeeJays overall 3-1. So as we get set, take a look back over the past couple of days. A tough-fought ball game on Saturday night at Cavalier Field as the A's dropped that one 12-0. And then last night it was an offensive explosion for the A's as the A's exploded for 21 runs, 10 of those in one inning alone. That game ended in a run rule and also saw the first collegiate home run for Andrew Ramirez. And it was a big one as it was a grand slam. So tonight's matchup is underway as first pitch was thrown down at 7:08 p.m. and it was fouled off. Swing and a miss, and down in the count 0-2 is Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval will take the pitch. It's driven out into left center field and caught for out number 1. So that will bring in Tyler Toby. So the starting lineup, again, for those of you just joining in, leading off for the A's in this order is Sandoval, Toby, Ramirez, Klimovsky, Andrew Ramirez, Israel, Morrell, Cummings, and Denbo. That is the lineup for your Dodge City A's. And Ethan Batista getting the start on the mound. So a 1-0 count, and Tyler Toby takes that pitch and drives it out into right field, and a fly out number 2. That will be Artie Ramirez stepping into the plate for the A's. Ramirez smoothing out a few lumps in the batter's box, and he will face Sean Brady. A swing and a miss, and down in the count 0-1. Pitch misses outside and evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch from Brady is outside in the opposite batter's box and brings the count to 2-1. Called strike, and that brings the count to 2-2. Pitch catches the inner edge of the plate, and that will end the inning for the A's. A quick 1-2-3 inning, and it will be the top of the lineup due up for the Liberal BeeJays in the bottom of the first when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back in. It is the bottom of the first, and Gavin Brzezowski leading off for the Liberal BeeJays. He will face Ethan Batista. Batista making his 8th appearance for the Dodge City A's. 3rd overall start. First pitch from Batista thrown in for a ball. Batista last pitch in a non-league game. It was a game start for him against the Hayes Larks back on Sunday the 26th. Batista went 3 innings in that game. 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, and struck out 3. Batista overall on the season, 8.1 ERA. Two and one the count to Gavin Brzezowski. The battery for the A's, of course, Batista on the mound. Alex Cummings behind home plate catching. From left to right in the outfield is Matthew Sandoval, Menelik Israel, and Kyle Morrell. And then around the infield is Andrew Ramirez, Brock Denbo, Tyler Toby, and Artie Ramirez. 2-2 the count to Brzezowski. Pitches up high and a full count for the leadoff hitter for the Liberal BeeJays. Payoff pitch from Batista. Catches the outer edge of the zone, and Brzezowski flipped the bat back to the dugout thinking it was a ball, and it was called strike, out number 1. So that will bring in Keaton Grady. Grady will face the left-handed Batista, and first pitch just missing to the outside as a ball. Grady takes that one. It's driven out into left field, and Brock Denbo giving chase, just not quite able to get to it, just outside of his outstretched arms, and runner aboard for the BeeJays. So that will bring in Tice Armstrong. First pitch to Armstrong, called a strike. The other start for Ethan Batista, a non-league contest against these Liberal BeeJays back on June the 15th. He went 3 innings in that game. 1 run, 1 hit. Did not walk anyone and struck out 3. Called a strike, and throw down to second, gets away from Tyler Toby covering. Looks like it bounced possibly off the bag, and Keaton Grady now at third. 0-2 the count to Tice Armstrong. Pitches up high for a ball. 1-2. One away for the BeeJays, runner on third. Pitches in and sends Armstrong scramble back. Evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch is up high as well, and full count now to Tice Armstrong. Ethan Batista comes into tonight's contest 0-1 record overall. He took the loss against the Hayes Larks on the 26th. Pitch hit to second base, throw over to first in time, but that will score a run for the BeeJays, an RBI ground out for Tice Armstrong. So that will bring in Zach York. York, the designated hitter tonight for the Liberal BeeJays. Ethan Batista throws in that first pitch at ball. Ethan's longest outings, he's pitched 2 3-inning outings against the Liberal BeeJays on June the 15th, and 3 innings against the Hayes Larks on June the 26th. 1-1 the count to York. That pitch catches the inner part of the zone for strike number 2. 1-2 now to York. We'll have to go back and look at some stats, but I know that York is a strikeout potential. That pitch just on the outer edge and sends the whole infield starting to come off the field, but nothing doing. 2-2. A little bit of an excuse me hack as York sends that one foul back over the press box. We'll do the 2-2 over again. Batista with 2-2 delivery. Inside and catches the outer edge of the zone right over the edge of the plate for strike number 3. That will end the inning for the BeeJays. We are headed to the top of the second. It will be Jacob Klanowski, Andrew Ramirez, and Menelik Israel due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off the top of the second for the Dodge City A's, it is Jacob Klanowski, the designated hitter, and finds him in the self count now 1-1. Called pitch on the inside edge as he faces Sean Brady for his second inning of work. Pitch inside for a ball, and now 2-1 for Jacob Klinowski. Klinowski will take that pitch. It is fouled off and out of play behind us for strike number 2. A big crowd on hand for tonight's annual fireworks show. Fans and lawn chairs all the way down the left field line here at Brent Gould Field, and that pitch misses outside. A full count now for Jacob Klinowski. As I said, the annual fireworks show, semi and trailer out past the center field wall with the fireworks on it for tonight's show. Leadoff walk for Jacob Klinowski, and the A's have their leadoff runner on. That will bring in Andrew Ramirez. Andrew Ramirez getting his first collegiate home run last night. As I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it was a big one. A grand slam that fell just to the right of the scoreboard at Cavalier Field in the big 10-run inning that catapulted the A's to the 21-3 victory. Ramirez currently down in the count, 0-1. Pitch outside from Brady, and that evens the count at 1 apiece. Two home runs in last night's game, one for Ramirez, followed shortly thereafter in the same inning by Alec Israel, a 3-run homer. Pitch hit back up towards the pitcher, throw over to first in time, but moves Klinowski over to second, and one away for the A's. So that will bring in Alec Israel, Izzy as he is known by his teammates. Runner on second for the A's with one away here in the top of the second. First pitch that Izzy sees is a strike over the outer edge of the plate. One delivery framed by the catcher, and now 0-2. Delivery from Brady outside, and ball number 1. The Liberal BeeJays in their all whites tonight. White top, white pants, baby blue letters and numbers outlined in red, white caps as well. The A's in their yellow tops with green letters, gray pants. 1-2 delivery from Brady. Misses, now 2-2. Brady taking a long look at Klinowski at second. Swing and a miss from Izzy, and now 2 away for the A's. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Looking around from left to right for the Liberal BeeJays, it is Brzezowski, Hext, and Arthur in the outfield. Armstrong, Grady, Hensley, and Frey around the infield. First pitch to Kyle Morrell is popped up and out of play, foul for strike number 1. Winds here at Brent Gould Field are blowing out to center. Have calmed down. It's a bit of a windy ride coming down today. That pitch from Brady misses to the outside, evens a count at 1 apiece. Dimensions here at Brent Gould, 340 down the left line, 380 to the left power alley, 400 to center. That ball is overthrown and out into the outfield. Throw to third, not in time, and a throwing error from the from the pitcher, Brady. The A's have a runner on third with 2 away. So we'll finish our dimensions: 400 to center, 370 in the right power alley, and 320 down the right field line. That ball is hit out into center field, and a diving catch by Cooper Hext. Hext, showing off his athletic abilities, robs the A's of a run. That ends the inning. After Kyle Morrell flies out, we are headed to the bottom of the second. A's trailing 1-0. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Ethan Bautista on the mound for now his second inning of work. It is the A's and BeeJays. I am joined in by Riker Sullivan. Welcome in, Riker.
What's up, Justin?
Not much. Just playing another 4th of July game with the BeeJays.
Yes, sir.
Leading off for the BeeJays is Hudson Polk. Polk will take the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Strike number 1. Bautista misses to the outside and evens a count at 1 apiece. Riker, you pitched the other night against the Game Day Angels. A game that it's just hard to explain. Things were going really well, and then all of a sudden, you don't get a call. Things don't go our way. And then, the Angels hanging a 7-run inning, which I don't think that's any fault of our own. It's just things didn't go our way, and that's part of the game of baseball.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Got to learn from it.
2-2, the count to Hudson Polk, and pitch up high, now full count. So the payoff pitch from Bautista. Bautista working from the right first base side of the rubber. Pitch is hit, goes out into the outfield, and a leadoff single for the Liberal BeeJays. So that will bring in Caden Hensley. And the BeeJays will send, I believe that is Connor Westenberg, to the base paths as the courtesy runner. Westenberg caught in a rundown, and now one away for the Liberal BeeJays. The leadoff runner has been erased off the base paths, and 0-1, the count to Connor Westenberg. One and two now, the count for Caden Hensley with nobody on and one away. Pitch in from Bautista, misses just to the outside edge, and that will bring the count to 2-2. Two delivery from Bautista, back to the outside again, and another full count. Payoff pitch from Bautista. Swung on and missed. A drop third strike. Throw down to first will complete the play, and out number 2 for the Liberal BeeJays. So that will bring in Ethan Frey. Frey, the first baseman for the BeeJays tonight.
Number 16, first baseman, Ethan Fry at the plate.
First pitch from Bautista in for a strike. Shadows beginning to overcast the infield here at Brent Gould. Left side of the infield covered in shadows. That pitch in and catches his own for strike number 2. 0-2 to Ethan Fry. The 0-2 delivery swung on and fouled off to the right. We'll do the 0-2 over again. Pitch hit, fielded by Brock Denbo at short. Throw to first. In time, dug out by Artie Ramirez, and that will end the inning for the BeeJays. We're headed to the top of the third. It will be Alex Cummings, Brock Denbo, and Matthew Sandoval due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off the top of the third is catcher Alex Cummings. He'll take the first pitch he sees from Great Brady and sends it out into center field, and out number one quickly for the A's. Brock Denbo will step in, hitting in the bottom of the lineup. He will face Brady on for his now third inning of work. First pitch in from Brady, outside, and ball number one. They say that Denbo went around. That will even the count at one apiece. Pitch from Brady outside brings the count to 2-1. Pitch is fouled off, and now 2-2. The 2-2 delivery is fouled, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. The 2-2 pitch from Brady fouled off again by Denbo, and one misses to the outside, and a full count for Brock Denbo. Payoff pitch from Brady. Misses outside, and Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will return us back to the top of the order with Matthew Sandoval, who flew out his first time up. Sandoval hitting .293 on the season coming into tonight's contest. He'll take the first pitch from Sean Brady outside for a ball. One and 0 to Sean Brady. That one misses inside, and now 2 and 0 to Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval with a .404 on base percentage, .427 slugging. The 2-0 delivery from Brady catches the inner half of the plate. Strike number 1. Two and 1 to Matthew Sandoval. That one misses inside, and now 3 and 1. Runner on first with Brock Denbo after Alex Cummings took the first pitch he saw and sent it out to center field for out number 1 early in the inning. Yeah, he's trailing 1-0. And a walk to Matthew Sandoval, and that will bring in Tyler Tobey. Runners on first and second for the A's. That will bring in Tyler Tobey. Tobey hitting .327 on the season, .389 on base percentage, and .367 slugging. He will face Sean Brady with runners on first and second and 1 away here in the top of the third. First pitch in for a strike, and down in the count 0-1. Pitch outside into the opposite batter's box, evens the count at 1 apiece. Brady delivers, and that one outside as well brings the count to 2-1. A's showing patience at the plate tonight. Been able to work some counts deep. That pitch taken by Tyler Tobey and sent down the right field line and foul for strike number 2. Brady wanted a different ball, and he'll get it. Tobey steps back in. Brock Denbo at second for the A's. Matthew Sandoval at first, both on via the walk. Two-two delivery was outside, and a full count for Sean Brady. BeeJays pitcher showing some signs of struggle on the mound in the top of the third. Tyler Tobey will take the payoff pitch and foul it off, and we'll do the 3-2 over again. Matthew Sandoval leads the Dodge City A's with on base 13 times. Via the walk. So a fielder's choice puts runners at the corners now for the A's and 2 away. That brings in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez struck out looking his first time up. Artie Ramirez hitting .267 on the season, .313 on base, .467 slugging, and he takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Artie making his 5th game appearance for the A's tonight. That pitch popped up. And fielded for and out. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the bottom of the 3rd. A's trailing 1-0. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Cooper Hex leading off for the Liberal BeeJays and currently in the count at 1-2. And that pitch will catch the outer part of the zone, and that will send Hex back to the dugout, strikeout looking, and out number 1. That will bring in Jack Arthur. Arthur in to face Batista out for his 3rd inning of work. First pitch in for a ball. That one misses inside as well, and ball number 2. Delivery from Batista, and appealed down and say he did not go. So 3-0 now to Jack Arthur. The 3-0 delivery right down the plate. Strike number 1. Arthur sends that one out into left field, and a single. Runner aboard for the BeeJays with one away, and we'll return back to the top of the order. It is Gavin Brzezowski who struck out looking his first time up. And that was Brzezowski that struck out after he had tossed his bat and started trotting down to first, thinking he had just taken a walk. So, first pitch from Batista, right over the inner part of the plate for strike number 1. Ethan Batista working pitch locations inside and outside. Throw down to first, not in time. The 0-1 delivery from Batista, swung on and hit out into right field. That will put runners at first and second for the Liberal BeeJays. That will bring in Keaton Grady back at the top of the order for the BeeJays. Grady singled his first time up. The mound visit with Coach Chris Woodruff is being broken up.
Number 15, shortstop, Keaton Grady, coming to the plate.
One and 0 the count currently to Keaton Grady. 1-0 delivery misses to the outside. Now 2-0. 3-1 the count. Now for Keaton Grady. Throw out to second to check on Arthur. Nothing doing. Grady fouls that one off. Now a full count. So we'll see a payoff pitch from Ethan Batista. A pop up down the third base line, and it goes foul. So we'll do the payoff over again.
Please return all foul balls to the T-shirt fair where you will receive a prize, courtesy of Memorial.
Grady hits out into center field, bobbled by Israel, and that will score one. The BeeJays now leading this one 2-0. So runners on first and second for the BeeJays, and that will bring in Tice Armstrong. Armstrong 0 for 1, ground out his first time up. Tay's first pitch he sees for a strike. A curveball from Batista misses up high and evens the count at 1 apiece. Batista misses out. Throw down to second. Not quite in time, and 2-1 now the count to Tice Armstrong. Runners on first and second, one away for the BeeJays. Pitch is hit right at Toby at second. Throw to first in time. That will end the inning. A inning-ending double play for the A's. We are headed to the top of the fourth. It will be Jacob Klanowski, Andrew Ramirez, and Alec Israel due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. 2-2 the count to Jacob Klanowski. He faces Sean Brady out for his 4th inning of work. Klanowski walked on his last time up, and Brady runs a pitch inside, catches the inner part of the edge, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez grounded out his first time up. First pitch to Andrew Ramirez, called a strike. Now 1-1 the count to Andrew Ramirez from Sean Brady. The A's trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. 1 away for the Dodge City A's. Pitch misses just inside. Now 2-1 to Andrew Ramirez. Two and two to Andrew Ramirez, and pitch in from Brady will pluck Ramirez in the back. Runner on for the Dodge City A's. We'll bring up Malik Israel. Israel 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time up. As he will foul off the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Oh and 1 to Izzy. Runner on first with 1 away for the A's. Brady shakes off a sign and has what he wants. Comes set. Swung on and popped up. That one's headed out into right field. Jack Arthur there to gather that one in, and out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Morrell flew out his last time up.
I'm chilling.
1-0 to Kyle Morrell. One and 1 to Kyle Morrell. Swing and foul tipped, and that will bring the count to 2-2 for Kyle Morrell. The 2-2 delivery from Brady. Swung on and fouled back against the backstop. Will do the 2-2 over again. The 2-2 pitch. Down low, and that'll bring the count full. Something that we've seen frequently so far in this game. The payoff pitch is fouled off, and we'll do it over again. The 3-2 delivery after two straight foul balls from Brady. Fouled off again is Kyle Morrell, and Morrell now ninth pitch of this at bat coming. Runner on first for the A's with one out. Rather, two outs. That pitch misses inside, and that will put runners at first and second now for the A's with two away. That brings in Alex Cummings, a catcher. Alex flew out to center field his last time up. Cummings will step in to face Sean Brady. Brady with the first pitch outside for ball number one. Alex Cummings steps into the batter's box, hitting .245 on the season coming into tonight's contest, .375 on base percentage. Pitch on the ground, missed by the shortstop, out into center field, and that will score one. The hit by pitch to Andrew Ramirez comes around to score, and that will put runners on the corners for the A's. error on the shortstop. Runners on the corners for the A's. Brock Denbo at bat. Now takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Michael Widener running, and he is thrown out at second. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the fourth. A's trailing 2-1. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off the bottom of the fourth is Zach York for the Liberal BeeJays. York 0 for 1, struck out looking his last time up. He will face Ethan Batista out for his now fourth inning of work. Batista with 58 pitches so far in this ball game, 34 for strikes, and York fouls off the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Despite having runners on, the A's yet to record a hit in this ball game. Throw in from Batista. Appeal down to first. They say he did not go in ball number 1. 1-1 the count to Zach York. Pitch misses to the outside, now 2-1. Work occurring in the A's bullpen, and I believe that is Adam Walker warming up for the A's. 3-1 now to Zach York. The leadoff hitter for the Liberal BeeJays here in the top of the fourth. Sorry, we're in the bottom of the fourth. This is not my ball game. Pitch misses inside, and it will be a leadoff walk. Zach York is aboard, and that will bring in Hudson Polk, the catcher for the BeeJays. Polk singled his last time up. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Woodruff. that will end the night for Ethan Batista. So Batista will go 3+ innings of work as the runner on, and Zach York is charged to Ethan Batista. So it will be Adam Walker coming in for the Dodge City A's. We will step aside and tell you about it when we come back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Adam Walker taking over pitching duties for the Dodge City A's and evens the count at 1 apiece to Hudson Polk. So Adam pitched in the game on the 2nd to the Game Day Angels. Went 1 inning in that game. 1 hit, 1 run, walked 3, and struck out 2. Swing and a miss, and down in the count 1-2 is the catcher Polk. Runner on first was Zach York after he was walked on by Ethan Batista. That pitch out into center field, and that will put runners at first and second for the Liberal BeeJays. So the BeeJays will send Connor Westenberg out to be the courtesy runner for the catcher Polk. So runners on first and second, nobody out. In the bottom of the fourth for the Liberal BeeJays. The BeeJays leading this game 2-1. Adam Walker, familiar with his field, played last season for the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors. Committed to the University of Oklahoma. Will be departing here in a couple of days to go work out as a pitcher there for his early season work. The 1-0 pitch hit on the ground to Brock Denbo. Throw to second. Throw over to first. Not in time, and that will put runners on the corners for the Liberal BeeJays. A fielder's choice and one away. So that will bring in Ethan Fry. Fry 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. Pitch in the dirt. Runners on the corners for the BeeJays, one away in the bottom of the fourth. Sun setting here in Liberal, Kansas. Walker delivers. That one misses again, and ball number 2 to Ethan Fry. Swung on and missed is Fry, and that brings the count to 2-1. The A's and BeeJays last met on the 29th, a game here in Liberal. A 8-inning run rule victory in favor of the BeeJays, 11-1. Second pitch in for strike number 2, and Ben Smedshammer with the start in that game. Counted for 10 runs, 11 hits. A swing and a miss, throw down to first. Not in time. 2 away for the BeeJays. A quick throw from the catcher Cummings down to first. A close call, but not in time, and that will bring in Cooper Hext. Hext 0 for 1 in this game, struck out looking his last time up. Cooper Hext played in the game on the 11th. Struck out 5 times in that one. So Hext already showing his strikeout tendencies here tonight. Takes the first pitch he sees from Adam Walker for a ball. Two and 0 the count. Now to Cooper Hext. Pitch fouled off, now 2-1. The A's defeated the Liberal BeeJays back on June the 15th. Game played at Cavalier Field. That was a non-conference game. The A's won that one 7-6. Ethan Batista pitched in that game, went 3 innings, followed by Dylan Weaver for 2. R.J. Watanabe for 1. Zazarino went a third. Matthew Sandoval taking up 1 2/3, and then Roberto Gonzalez finishing out. 2-2 the count to Cooper Hext. Pitch misses for ball number 3, and now Caden Hensley in safely at second. So runners at second and third now for the Liberal BeeJays. Payoff pitch from Adam Walker. Misses just to the outside, and bases loaded for the Liberal BeeJays. The A's have dealt with this difficulty in getting calls with umpires already this week. So that will bring in Jack Arthur. Arthur singled his last time up and takes the first pitch for a ball that bounced about 4 foot in front of the home plate. 1-0. Bases loaded with BeeJays. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch is popped up, and Israel tracking it. He's got it, and that will end the inning. No damage done. The BeeJays leave them loaded. We're headed to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Top of the 5th, it is the A's and BeeJays in a tight ball game. BeeJays leading 2-1. Brock Denbo leading off. He will face Sean Brady, now out for his 5th inning of work. Brock Denbo walked on his last time up, and we were just having the conversation leading into this inning. How are the A's in a no-hitter? Denbo has fouled off the first pitch, and Cooper Hext ranging in. Catches that one for out number 1. So yes, you ask yourself, how are we in a no-hitter? Well, this is how we're in a no-hitter. We are in a no-hitter due to walks, errors, and hit by pitch. So we had a runner on in the second inning, and Jacob Klanowski, he was walked. In the third inning, Brock Denbo was walked on. Matthew Sandoval was walked on. Tyler Tobey hit into a fielder's choice. Matthew Sandoval currently down in the count, 0-2. Then in the fourth inning, Andrew Ramirez got on, was hit by pitch. Kyle Morrell walked on. Alex Cummings hit into an error and got on. And that's how we find ourselves in a 2-1 ball game without the A's recording a single hit. So 1-2. The count to Matthew Sandoval. Now 2-2. And it is Matthew Sandoval leading the team with base on balls on 13 times coming into tonight's ball game. That pitch outside, and now a full count for Matthew Sandoval. The payoff pitch from Sean Brady. Misses down and inside, and a walk to Matthew Sandoval, and runner on first for the Dodge City A's. The catcher, Hudson Polk, is going to go out and have a conversation with his pitcher, Brady. That will bring in Tyler Tobey. Tobey 0 for 2, flew out and then hit into a fielder's choice.
Next at number 7, second baseman Tyler Tobey.
So he will face Sean Brady. Brady now at 82 pitches in this ball game. 46 of those strikes. A fly ball out into left center field, and Sandoval digging for third. He'll get there, standing up safely. So runners on the corners now for the A's. That will bring in
Number 34, first baseman
Artie Ramirez. Ramirez is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Struck out and flew out his last time up. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach for the Liberal BeeJays, and we'll see if Sean Brady will continue on with this inning. If he does, I can almost imagine that he will have a short leash. While the mound visit is occurring, we'll go ahead and thank some of our sponsors. We'll start with Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Keel Enterprises, LLC, Lewis Automotive Group, Warrenthal, and the Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas. So that would like to thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. The mound visit is broken up. Sean Brady will remain on the mound, but I can only imagine that another A's runner gets on, and that may be the end of his night. So it is Artie Ramirez for the A's to face Brady. Ramirez takes the first pitch he sees. It's sent down the third base line, but twists and falls foul deep out in the outfield for strike number 1. That ball falls about 7 foot foul. So if Artie's about a half second later in his swing, that's fair. A 1 delivery from Brady. Down low in the dirt for ball number 1. say that Ramirez went around with that twist of his body, and now 1-2. Brady pitched against the A's in the home opener for the Dodge City A's back on June the 4th. Throw over to first, not in time. Ball gets away, but does not allow advancement. Sean Brady in that game went 1 inning. He struck out 1. That pitch is fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 over again. One, two delivery from Sean Brady. Throw over to first again, not in time, and the A's, or rather the BeeJays, seem to be a little bit concerned with Tyler Tobey at first. Tobey goes, and that pitch is fouled off. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Sean Brady slowing down his pace on the mound. Possibly buying time for the pitcher warming up in the BeeJays bullpen. Swing and a miss, and that will be a strikeout to Artie Ramirez, and now 2 away for the A's. That will bring in Jacob Klinowski. Sean Brady's night is now done. Coach coming out from the dugout, and that will end the night for Sean Brady. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the BeeJays coming up. When we come back, you've been listening to A's Baseball. Jackson Berry takes over pitching duties for the Liberal BeeJays. Pinch hitter for the Dodge City A's as well as Carson Wright. Wright currently in the count at 2-1 now. Carson Wright getting some work as the designated hitter. Throw over to first, not in time, and we'll do the 2-1 now. 2-1 delivery from Jackson Berry. Fouled off by Carson Wright off the end of the bat and evens the count at 2 apiece. Carson Wright making his 7th appearance in a game for the A's. Comes into tonight's contest hitting .167 on the season, .231 on base percentage. Fouled off again off the end of the bat. We'll do the 2-2 over again. The 2-2 delivery fouled off once again, and 3 straight foul balls for Carson Wright. And the 7th pitch of the at-bat coming for Wright. Something the A's have done a couple of times in this game as work counts up. Just how the starter Brady left the game with 89 pitches. Two delivery outside to Carson Wright. Now full count. So we will see the payoff pitch. From Jackson Berry. Berry working from the third base side of the rubber. Payoff pitch. Misses inside, and that will load the bases. With 2 away. That brings in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez hit by pitch his last time up. And it was that hit by pitch that turned out to be costly for the BeeJays as Ramirez would come around and score the lone run for the A's so far this game. And Ramirez looks at the first pitch outside for ball number 1. The 1-0 delivery inside and fouled off the end of the bat, evens the count at 1 apiece for Andrew Ramirez. A's trying to get something going with bases loaded here in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-1 delivery catches the inner part of the zone. Now 1-2 to Andrew Ramirez. Matthew Sandoval on at third. Tyler Tobey at second. Carson Wright at first. Swing and a miss from Andrew Ramirez. That will end the inning. The A's leave him loaded. We are headed to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Brent Gould Field. It is the A's and BeeJays in a tight one. The BeeJays leading 2-1. We're going to take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Conant Construction LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Duke Energy, Edward Jones, Melanie Harshberger, and Town Place Suites by Marriott. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Also take this opportunity to thank our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Adam Walker back out on the mound for now his second inning of work. Walker took over for the starter Batista. Let's take a look at the numbers for Ethan. Ethan Batista goes 3 innings, plus he'll throw 67 pitches. He accounts for 2 runs. Both runs were earned. He'll strike out 4. 5 hits. He'll walk 1. And that is the stat line for Ethan Batista tonight, the starter for the Dodge City A's. So it will be Gavin Brzezowski leading off for the Liberal BeeJays here in the bottom of the 5th. Brzezowski 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Brzezowski will face the righty Adam Walker. Walker a commit to the University of Oklahoma. First pitch from Walker just misses outside for ball number 1. A pitch location that has been consistently inconsistent in tonight's umpiring. That one misses down low. Now 2-0 to Gavin Brzezowski. Consistently inconsistent has been the story of the week for the Dodge City A's in umpiring. That pitch. If you could call a wild pitch without advancement wild, that would be one of them. So 3-0 now to Gavin Brzezowski, the leadoff hitter for the Liberal BeeJays. The A's, that pitch catches the zone for strike number 1. Coming into tonight's contest, the A's pitching staff collectively 6.714 ERA, a 1.884 whip. Pitch misses inside, and it is a leadoff walk for Gavin Brzezowski, the leadoff runner aboard for the BeeJays, and that will bring in Keaton Grady. Grady 2 for 2, singled both times he's been at the plate. Grady shows bunt, pulls back, takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. Grady in the first game against the A's on June the 3rd accounted for 2 hits, 1 run, drove in 2, and walked on once. The home opener for the Dodge City A's, Grady drove in 1 and struck out 3 times in that game. Swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Two and 1 now the count to Keaton Grady. A swing and a miss, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. Keaton Grady in the last game, the run rule on the 29th. 1 run, 2 hits. He drove in 1 in that one as well. Pitch misses outside, and now a full count to Keaton Grady. Nobody out. Runner on first for the Liberal BeeJays. A's with 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. They have stranded 7. Grady swings and misses. They will say it was actually foul and will do the payoff pitch over again. The Liberal BeeJays, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They have stranded 4. Payoff pitch from Adam Walker. It's hit towards left field and played off the hop. That will put runners on first and second now for the BeeJays. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Woodruff. The A's pitching staff coming into tonight's contest has combined to strike out 207 batters, but has also hit 32. The A's pitching staff has also combined to walk 146. And earned 141 runs. So the A's pitching staff has allowed 172 on 210 hits so far this season. That pitch down in the dirt gets away from the catcher Cummings, and runners now at second and third for the BeeJays. Tice Armstrong at bat. He is 0 for 2, has grounded out both times he's been at the plate.
Huh?
A home run for Tice Armstrong, the 1-0, and that scores 3. The BeeJays now lead this game 5-1. BeeJays crowd liked that one, and rightfully so. A 3-run home run for Tice Armstrong. So that will bring in Zach York. York 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. The A's now trailing 5-1. York takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Pitch outside, misses, and evens a count at 1 apiece. Pitch maybe low, brings a count to 2-1. Action down in the A's bullpen. Fouled off is the pitch by Zach York, and that will even the count at 2 apiece. The A's, prior to the win last night, We're on a 4-game losing streak. That pitch inside and low brings the count full. So we'll see the payoff pitch from Adam Walker. Payoff pitch fouled off, and we'll do it over again. Pitch misses just a hair outside. Not sure you could have flown a fly through that miss. Nonetheless, Zach York is walked, and that will bring in Hudson Polk. Polk is 2 for 2 in this game. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Woodruff, and it is likely that the night will be done for Adam Walker. That is the case, and I believe it is Christian Machado coming in for the Dodge City A's. Christian Machado will take over pitching duties for the A's. We'll tell you about some of his stats coming up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Christian Machado takes over pitching duties for the Dodge City A's. Hudson Polk at bat for the BeeJays, now in the count at 1 apiece. So Machado making his 10th appearance for the A's, all of them out of the bullpen. Comes into tonight's matchup, 12.1 innings pitched. That pitch is down low, and ball number 2. Pitch is fouled off. Will even the count at 2 apiece to the catcher Polk. So Machado, coming into tonight, has allowed 10 hits, 13 runs, walked 18, and struck out 16. A collective ERA of 8.757. Swing and a miss from the catcher Polk, and now one away for the Liberal BeeJays. That will bring in Caden Hensley. Hensley 0 for 2. Got on a fielder's choice his last time up. So he will step in to face the lefty Christian Machado, working from the third base side of the rubber. Machado last pitched against these BeeJays back on Wednesday, the 29th of June, 1.1 innings, 2 hits, walked 1, and struck out 3 in that one. Want to know the count to Caden Hensley. That pitch down in the dirt brings the count to 2-0. Machado's longest outing has come on Sunday, June the 19th against the Fort Collins Foxes. That was a 3-inning outing. 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 2. Pitch is hit right back at the shortstop. Denbo fields it, throw over to first in time, and doubles off Zach York, and that will end the inning for the BeeJays. A line drive double play, and we are headed to the top of the 6th. Israel, Morrell, and Cummings due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off the top of the 6th inning is going to be Menelik Israel. He will go out to face Jackson Berry, now out for his 2nd inning of work against the Dodge City A's. Israel 0 for 2 in this game, flew out his last time up. Swing and a miss, and down in the count, 0-1. Israel pops that one up. It's headed out towards right field and called for and caught by the second baseman, Caden Hensley, for out number 1 in fair territory. So that will bring in Kyle Morrell. Morrell 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. Morrell takes the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Kyle Morrell on this season, hitting .309, .429 on base percentage. Three straight balls makes it 3-0 for Kyle Morrell. Morrell has scored 17 runs and driven in 19. Pitch catches called the outer part of the zone for strike number 1. Swing and a miss, and that will bring the count full. So the payoff pitch from Jackson Berry. Berry delivers. That one's lazy fly ball headed out into left center field. Drops in for a hit. Runner aboard for the Dodge City A's with one away. That will bring in Alex Cummings. Cummings 0 for 2, got on an error his last time up. Alex hitting .245 with a .375 on base percentage. He has scored 6 runs and driven in 10. Swing and a miss, and strike number 1 for Alex Cummings, a catcher. Cummings with a .321 slugging percentage coming into tonight's contest. Pitch inside, evens the count at 1-1. Berry with a bit of a submarine sidearm delivery. That one misses to the outside as well. Now 2-1 for Alex Cummings. Runner on first with nobody or one away. The top of the 6th, A's trailing 5-1. Swing and a miss, and that evens the count at 2 apiece. Cummings was swinging for the fences on that one. The 2-2 delivery from Jackson Berry. Swung on and hit out into right field. It is Jack Arthur tracking and comes up with it. Now 2 away for the A's. So that will bring in Brock Denbo back at the bottom of the order for the A's. Denbo 0 for 1, flew out his last time up. Brock hitting .216 on the season, .339 on base percentage, .235 slugging. He has driven in 6 and scored 6 runs of his own. First pitch is a ball. One right over the plate for strike number 1. 1-1 with 2 out. Strike number 2 now to Brock Denbo. The BeeJays outfield shading a hair to the left. That pitch in will hit Denbo, and runners now on first and second for the A's. That will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval 0 for 1 has been on base the last 2 times via the base on balls. Sandoval steps in. He's hitting .293 on the season with a .404 on-base percentage. Sandoval has driven in 10 and scored 21 runs of his own. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Matthew Sandoval with 22 hits this season, 17 of those singles, 2 home runs. That pitch, again outside, but called a strike and evens the count at 1 apiece. And as I said earlier in the broadcast, consistently inconsistent. Swung on and hit in the gap between first and second. That ball's out into right field. The throw home is offline. And Brock Denbo is thrown out at home, and Chris Woodruff wants some answers. He's inside thinking he was safe, and he is all up in the home plate umpire's face, and the argument appears to be that the initial indication from the home plate umpire was safe and then reared back and set out. So that will end the inning for the A's, but the A's score 1 and bring it now 5-2. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We are headed now to the bottom of the 6th. The A's trailing 5-2. Do they notch one? And Brock Denbo is thrown out at home. Christian Machado back on the mound, and first pitch to the leadoff hitter Ethan Fry is a ball. Fry takes that pitch. It's sent high and deep out to left field, and Matthew Sandoval tracking. It is gone. A solo shot home run, and the BeeJays extend their lead 6-2. So with nobody out, Fry hits a solo home run, and that will bring in Cooper Hext. Hext will face Christian Machado. He is 0 for 1 on the game. Walked on his last time up. First pitch catches the outer half of the zone for strike number 1. Pitch again towards the outer half, and strike number 2. Swung on and fouled off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. Swing and a miss, and down goes Hext. That will bring in Jack Arthur. Arthur 1 for 2. Flew out his last time up. One away in the bottom of the 6th for the Liberal BeeJays. It is the home run that has been the difference for the BeeJays in this game. That pitch is driven up the third base line but foul. It was a 3-run home run in the 5th that made it a 5-1 ball game for the BeeJays, and now the solo shot to make it 6-2. Pitch misses, evens a count at 1 apiece. Every BeeJay in this lineup has either been on base or scored via the home run. Two and one, the count to Jack Arthur. Pitch misses. Now 3-1. Pitch is fouled off, and full count now for Christian Machado. The A's, with an off day tomorrow, will then host the Hayes Larks on Wednesday. That pitch misses outside, and Jack Arthur is on via the base on balls. We're going to have a mound visit from Coach Woodruff. We're going to take this opportunity to thank our double sponsors: Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, and Farm Bureau Wealth Management and C. Fragon. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. Coach Woodruff out having a long conversation with his entire infield and home plate umpire involved in that conversation as well. Surprise, surprise. So he's going to take the opportunity to clean off home plate. Brent Gould Field is an entirely natural field. So natural infield and outfield. And that will bring in Gavin Brzezowski back at the top of the order for the Liberal BeeJays. The BeeJays now making their fourth trip through the batting order. Brzezowski walked on his last time up. 1 out, 1 on for the BeeJays. Throw over to first was not in time. The A's are looking for ways to get out of this inning and try to cut into the 4-run lead of the Liberal BeeJays. First pitch in, misses outside for a ball. Foul ball, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. The 1-1 delivery from Christian Machado. Throw over to first. They catch Jack Arthur in a pickle. And it will be Tyler Tobey making the tag for out number 2. I believe that was a 1-3-4-3-4 put out. So that will go back to Gavin Brzezowski now. And the count currently at 1-1. That pitch is hit out into right field, and Kyle Morrell there tracking for out number 3, and we are headed to the top of the 7th. It will be Tyler Tobey, Artie Ramirez, and Carson Wright due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Tyler Tobey leads off the top of the 7th for the Dodge City A's, and he takes the first pitch he sees, drives it right back at the shortstop, or the second baseman, and runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 3 in this game, struck out swinging his last time up. Ramirez now in the count, even at 1 apiece. The A's looking for ways to try to claw into this 4-run deficit. Two and one, the count now for Artie Ramirez. Pitcher Jackson Berry back on the mound now for his third inning of work for the Liberal BeeJays. Berry delivers. That one swung on and popped foul, and that evens the count at 2 apiece for Artie Ramirez. There were lots of fans in lawn chairs down the left field line earlier, and even more so now. The entire grass area outside the fence to our left is nearly full of lawn chairs. That pitch hit on the ground and fielded by the shortstop. Not able to get the play made as it is an infield single for Artie Ramirez, and now runners on first and second for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Carson Wright. Wright walked on his last time up. Right into this game as a pinch hitter, taking over for Jacob Klanowski as the designated hitter. First pitch is swung on and missed. Strike number 1 for Carson Wright. Wright missed part of the season. Earlier in the month of June, went home while the A's were on the big road trip to Colorado to do some rehab. Second pitch is fouled off, and now down in the count 0-2 is Carson Wright. The A's with an off day tomorrow will host the Hayes Larks on Wednesday in a league matchup. That pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the 0-2 over again. After the Hayes Larks on Wednesday, the A's will be off on Thursday, and then we'll begin a 3-game series with the Denver Cougars Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at home at Cavalier Field. Pitch misses, now 1-2 for Carson Wright. So in league play, the A's have completed their series with the Colorado Springs Outlaws. They won that series 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that will be the first out for the Dodge City A's. Bring in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 2 in this game. Struck out swinging his last time up. The A's have also completed the series with the Game Day Angels and split that series 2-2. Fouled off, and down in the count 0-1 is Andrew Ramirez. One out, runners on first and second for the A's. Jackson Berry on the mound for the Liberal BeeJays. Throw in is popped up. It's sent into foul territory and out of play for strike number 2. After the completion of last night's game, I counted that there were 14 games remaining in the regular season for the Dodge City A's, including tonight's game. So including tonight's game, there are 11 of those games that are played at home at Cavalier Field between now and the end of June. A swing and a miss by Andrew Ramirez, and now 2 away for the A's. That will bring in Anelik Israel. Israel is 0 for 3 on this game. He flew out his last time up. Izzy pops that pitch up, and the catcher calling for it. He drops it right on the foul line, and they say fair. So that will put bases loaded for the Dodge City A's. So Izzy on an error by the catcher, who drops a pitch right on the foul line. 2 away for the A's. Kyle Morrell steps in for the A's. He takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off. Down in the count, 0-1. Morrell is 1 for 2 in this game, singled his last time up. The A's with bases loaded. That pitch misses outside for ball number 1. The A's also left the bases loaded in the 5th inning. That pitch just past the outstretched arms of the second baseman, bobbled out in center field, and that is a bases clearing double, RBI double for Kyle Morrell. So the A's are within 1 at 6-5. Alex Cummings steps in for the A's, 2 away. Kyle Morrell out on second, and the first pitch he sees is fouled off for strike number 1. A big swing of the bat for Kyle Morrell, and that bases clearing RBI double breathes new life into the Dodge City A's. Cummings fouls that one off, now down in the count, 0-2. Two and two the count to Alex Cummings. Swung on and missed. That will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the bottom of the 7th. It is stretch time in Liberal. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the 7th. The A's trailing this game 6-5. And it is Ashton Jenkins on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. Keaton Grady leading off for the Liberal BeeJays has been a hard out. He's 3 for 3, all singles in this game. Pitches inside and misses for ball number 3. Ashton Jenkins making his 3rd appearance for the Dodge City A's. Last pitched against the Hayes Larks on the 26th of June. 2 innings, walked 1 and struck out 2. He also hit 1 batter in that appearance. Pitches in for a strike, now 3-1. Jenkins with no ERA on the season as he has not recorded a run yet. The leadoff walk for Keaton Grady, and Grady continues his streak of being on base in this game. That will bring in Tice Armstrong. Armstrong 1 for 3. He hit the solo home run his last time up. I stand corrected. Tice Armstrong hit the 3-run homer. Armstrong swinging for the fences again and down in the count 0-1. Pitch is fouled off and now down in the count 0-2 is Armstrong. Jenkins, a Dodge City Community College player, familiar with this field as well. Misses outside for ball number 1. Jenkins spent the last year doing rehab and recovering from a previous injury. Did not play this last season for the Conquistadors. Throw down to first, not in time, and ball misses, evens the count at 2-2. Pitch is fouled off, and we'll do the 2-2 over again. The A's pitching staff combined for 207 strikeouts so far this season. We'll add another one to that as Armstrong goes down swinging, and out number one for the Liberal BeeJays. That will bring in Zach York. York been on base twice, both via the base on balls. The A's pitching staff averaging 9.857 strikeouts per game. First pitch into Zach York is a ball. Throw over to first, not in time, and we'll go back to focusing on Zach York, the hitter. Zach York pops that one up, out towards the outfield. Morrell ranging in, and out number two for the Liberal BeeJays. So that will bring in Hudson Polk. Polk is 2 for 3, struck out swinging his last time up. He takes the first pitch he sees and sends it out to center field, but is he there to haul that one in? And that will end the inning for the BeeJays. We're headed to the top of the 8th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Pitching change for the Liberal BeeJays is Nick Moore. Brock Denvo leading off for the Dodge City A's. 0 for 1 was hit by pitch his last time up. The 2-1 delivery from Moore, they say, catches the outer far edge of the zone for strike number 2. Pitch misses outside, and now a full count to Brock Denbo. Swing and a miss, and down goes Denbo. Out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. And the A's now down to their final 5 outs to either tie or take the lead in this game. Back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's with Matthew Sandoval. The A's now making their 5th trip around the batting order. Sandoval 1 for 2 in this game, singled his last time up. Fouled off, and that will even the count at 1 apiece. Two and 1. The count to Matthew Sandoval. Nick Moore pitched against the Dodge City A's in the 6-7 loss by the BeeJays back on June the 15th. Went 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, walked 2, and struck out 2 in that game. 3 and 1, and a big swing and a miss. Brings the count full for Matthew Sandoval. Payoff pitch, run inside, and sends Sandoval twisting, a walk. 1 on for the Dodge City A's. That brings in Tyler Toby. Toby 2 for 4 in this game. Singled his last time up. Toby takes the first pitch he sees for a ball. Now 1-0. Toby sends a pitch to the shortstop. Throw to second in time for the fielder's choice, and now 2 away for the Dodge City A's. So runner on first and 2 away. That will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 4 in this game. Singled his last time up. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Tyler Toby now on second via a wild pitch. So runner in scoring position for the A's with 2 away in the top of the 8th. A's trailing this game 6-5. pitch is hit out into left center field, and it is gone. A 2-run home run for Artie Ramirez, and the A's now lead this game 7-6. A 2-run home run for Artie Ramirez has given the A's their first lead of the game. So that will bring in Carson Wright with 2 outs for the Dodge City A's. First pitch Carson sees is right down the plate for strike number 1. One and one, the count to Carson Wright. Believe it or not, the A's hitters are led as a team by Ryan Davis in extra base hits with 11. At pitch, driven out into right center field, and Carson Wright aboard. A fly ball hit in the gap, and pinch hitter for the Dodge City A's, hitting for Artie Ramirez, is number 9, Brendan O'Sullivan. Brendan O'Sullivan steps in to pitch hit for the Dodge City A's. That pitch is fouled off, and now down in the count 0-2. A's led in total bases by Brendan O'Sullivan with 40, followed by Ryan Davis with 34 and Kyle Morrell with 32, tied also with Matthew Sandoval. 1-2 the count to Brendan O'Sullivan. One catches the outer part of the zone, and strike number 3, that will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Caden Hensley leading off the BeeJays, bottom of the 8th. Takes the first pitch he sees from Ashton Jenkins for a strike, and that pitch down low in the dirt for ball 1. The A's will have 3 more outs to try to add some insurance to this game. Pitch inside for ball number 2. For the longest time, the A's tallied just 1 hit in this game. So as it stands now, the A's scored 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and now 2 in the 8th to take the 7-6 lead. Pitch up high and leadoff walk to Caden Hensley. That will bring in Ethan Fry. Fry 1 for 3 in this game. Hit a home run his last time up. He'll hit one in the gap on the ground between second and third, and now runners at first and second for the BeeJays. That will bring in Cooper Hext. Hext 0 for 2 in this game, struck out swinging his last time up. The A is going to have a quick chat with their infield. Hext a rough night at the plate. Struck out looking and struck out swinging and has walked on. Hext shows bunt. Pitch is in for a ball and throw down to second, not in time. Hext showing bunt again and sends that one foul for strike number 1. 1-1 to Cooper Hext. Runners on first and second for the BeeJays. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody out. Jenkins delivers. Hext showing bunt again, sends that one foul, and now down in the count, 1-2. So Hext will be forced to hit. Hext in his time against the Dodge City A's has tended towards a strikeout victim. Pitch just misses outside and evens the count at 2 apiece. Pitch gets away from the catcher Cummings, and runners now at second and third for the Liberal BeeJays. A full count. Payoff pitch from Ashton Jenkins. Swung on and missed, and one away now for the BeeJays. So that will bring in Jack Arthur. Arthur 1 for 2 has walked on his last time up. First pitch into Arthur, a strike, 0-1. Pitch misses, evens the count at 1 apiece. Now 1-2 to Jack Arthur. Two and two to Jack Arthur. One away with runners on second and third for the BeeJays. Misses, but catcher Cummings able to handle it. Full count now to Jack Arthur. The payoff pitch from Ashton Jenkins. A fielder's choice. Hit at the third baseman, Brendan O'Sullivan. Throw home was in time, and now 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays. Conversation going to occur out on the pitching mound, and both umpires and now Chris Woodruff and the entire infield going to join in. So play will resume with Ethan Fry on second and Jack Arthur on first. 2 away for the Liberal BeeJays. A's leading 7-6. That will bring in Gavin Brzezowski back at the top of the order for the BeeJays. Brzezowski 1 for 3, flew out his last time up. That pitch hit high and deep out into right field. Kyle Morrell there tracking, and that will end the inning for the BeeJays. We're headed to the top of the ninth. The A's leading 7-6. It is Izzy, Kyle Morrell, and Alex Cummings due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Top of the ninth, the A's with 3 outs to try to add some insurance to this game, and Roberto Gonzalez now leading off for the Dodge City A's. Good to see Roberto back in the batting order as he hit hard against the outfield wall last night. Was down for a while, and good to see him up and hitting again. One and one, the count to Roberto Gonzalez is we're now past 3 hours old in this game. Swung on and hit foul. Now down in the count 1-2. Safe to say that it is going to be a late one for the A's tonight. Moore comes set. Delivers, swung on and hit in the gap between first and second. A leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Morrell 2 for 3 in this game. Singled his last 2 times at the plate. And it was Kyle Morrell with the big bases clearing hit that brought the A's within 1. Morrell shows bunt, pitches outside, ball number 1. This game a non-league game, so does not have league standing implications. Throw down to second. And the Speedy Gonzalez in at second with a stolen base. 2-0 the count to Kyle Morrell. Now runner in scoring position for the A's with nobody out. The entire BeeJays fan base not happy with the call from the field umpire. Morrell lays down a bunt, fielded by the pitcher, throw to first in time, but moves Gonzalez over to third. So a sacrifice bunt to move Gonzalez over to third, and that will bring in Alex Cummings. Cummings with a line drive. Throw over to first is in time. So the ground out from Armstrong to Fry, and now 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Brock Denbo at the plate for the A's. Swung on and missed, and strike number 1. The A's down to their last out to try to add some insurance to win this game. That one catches the outer part of the zone, now down in the count 0-2. Delivery for Moore. Inside for ball number 1. 1-2 delivery from Moore catches the inner part of the zone. That will end the inning for the A's. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. The BeeJays need 2 to win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher for the A's when we come back. You've been listening to A's Baseball. The A's are headed to the bottom of the ninth. It is Angelo Zazzarino on the mound now for the A's. I want to take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors, Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap LC, John Wilkerson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, and Julie and Manuel Garcia. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. BeeJays with their final 3 outs to extend this game, if not win it outright. Angelo Zazzarino on the mound for the A's. Zazzarino making his 7th appearance, and strike number 1 to Keaton Grady. The entire fan base for the BeeJays, again, unhappy with the officiating in this game. Zazzarino making his 7th appearance. Pitch up high for ball 1. 5.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 18 runs, walked 14, struck out 8. Zazzarino has a collective ERA of 15.882. Pitch is inside, and now 2-1 to Keaton Grady. Zazzarino last pitched against the Game Day Angels last night. No, that was batting. Zazzarino's last pitching was on Saturday to the Game Day Angels. 3-1 to Keaton Grady. Against the Angels, Zazzarino 1.2 innings, 1 hit, 3 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. His previous outing to that was back on June the 22nd against the Rough Riders, 2/3 of an inning. Pitch is outside and a leadoff walk to Keaton Grady. That brings in Tice Armstrong. Armstrong 1 for 4. Struck out swinging his last time up. There is no action in the A's bullpen, so this is Zazarino's game to finish. At pitch, hit high and deep, and it will clear the scoreboard. It is a walk-off win for the BeeJays. The BeeJays walk it off in the bottom of the ninth on a 2-run home run from Tice Armstrong. That will end the game. The BeeJays win this one 8-7. The win will go to Nick Moore. The loss to Angelo Zazarino. Your final game numbers. The A's, 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They will strand 11. The BeeJays with 8 runs, 11 hits. They commit 4 errors and strand 7 runners as well. The A's drop a hard one tonight on a walk-off home run by the Liberal BeeJays. They lose this one 8-7 on July the 4th. It will be fireworks coming up shortly. I am Justin Hergert alongside Riker Sullivan saying so long and good night from Brent Gould Field. You've been listening to A's Baseball.